Welcome! It is time as we start our campaign today. Here we go. We've got our brave heroes of Thursday having freshly left the Mimics and the ruins of Draconia and traded with the professor for a item that he had spent the night creating from the living mimics after taking the pieces and parts that he wanted, that he has given. And we'll, I think, just jump right into that, since that will be, I think, how we go. So with that, you come back to the professors as you get within about 10 feet close to his shop when the doors burst open and this large chest running on 100 feet comes out, and everyone please roll a d20.
Uh-ohs.
7.
3.
9.
I'm switching dice.
Same.
Oh no.
9.
Is this
Luke
going
and I
to
did it
determine who's
again.
the mom?
Okay.
Let's
Right.
Yes,
Any lower than the 3?
I got a 15.
Okay. In that case, the luggage here runs up to Kaladar.
and Alaric, because we both rolled 3.
Oh, I didn't hear Alaric's 3.
He did one of these.
Fantastic.
We both rolled 3. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Very
Roll it
cool. Good thing
Police.
it has 2 bite attacks as
Oh,
it
God.
rolls up. First one to Kaladar. That will be a dirty 30 to hit.
Sorry, what?
To Alaric.
what?
Oh, that'll only be a 13.
Okay.
Only
yeah,
at 13?
13 would have hit me, but it hits my arcane sheet, like my arcane armor, my mage armor instead.
Would you have mage armor to go to the professors in the morning?
I would 100
Oh, I
every
thought-
morning.
oh.
I cast my my temp HP
That's good if you do. I don't care.
because it's free.
Fair enough. So, it gets on that, but it grabs Calder for 20 piercing damage.
Jeez.
Has you right in it as Professor goes. Ah, excellent. Yes, the release, please. And it spits you out and then licks. It is imprinted. Fantastic. And then the legs all come up to the bottom and just sits there next to Calder.
Oh, you got a baby.
Selka's going to put a hand on your injured shoulder and be like, "You're a father." And then you'll get an electric shock and you'll get 15 health back.
Jeez Louise. Your room is actually real good. Oh.
Very good. I give to you the luggage. Please treat it well.
Supora, as I redo my temp HP.
Yeah, Alaric visibly shaken after having almost been just murdered, because that would have might have killed me in one hit. Thank you, Professor. We're gonna go now.
Very good. Take care of it. You are responsible for all actions, crimes committed thereof, including homicide.
Oh, all right. Wow.
The luggage deals double damage to objects and structures and has 22 strength. Jeez.
Oh, wow. He's as strong as a freaking elephant.
But it does want to do very little other than carry your stuff.
Makes sense. As really powerful creature. I mean, just stupendously powerful.
Oh my god, you
Right.
can put creatures in this thing?
This is the first time I have done this. However, I would say if you need to describe it, I officially designated it half suitcase, half homicidal maniac. Please take good care.
That's wonderful.
This is in handouts
Something.
as well.
It's as cute as it is horrifying.
Yep.
Well,
we name
does
it?
anyone have any last minute things they need to do before we go?
Just gonna go pick up a couple things really quick.
Is it a crate full of chickens?
No, it's a bucket full of flour.
Oh.
Are you making bread?
Yeah,
Yeah,
are
what do you
you
need
breading
stuff
the
for?
chickens?
Don't worry, I'll be right back. I'll be like 10
Bucket of
minutes.
fire, breaded chicken, distracts and cooks.
I just need to get a flask with some like very, very strong alcohol. And by strong, I mean flammable. I need some chalk and I need a bucket of flour.
Do you need 21 herbs and spices?
Not yet.
All right, altogether that should be about 2 gold.
Okay.
What are you making, Obi?
Oh,
He's making
Actually-
CFC.
I'll show you later. Don't worry.
Is this your... Wait, is this your famous liquor batter?
No, but if something goes boom. If anybody's ever curious, Google flour on fire.
Hey Matt, I have a quick question about learning new spells. If I have pages of parchment just in my inventory, can I expend that to lower the cost of learning a spell? Like
Pages of what in your inventory?
parchment? Like if I just have pages of parchment, can I expend that to lower the cost of learning a spell?
I see. Just because you'd have, right? Because it would be that much in materials, right?
Right.
So yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
How much parchment do you have?
Let me double check. I
Does it have
have
a weight. We're just carrying like sheets of parchment.
parchment doesn't have a weight, but it does have a gold cost. Okay.
I don't think Matt's gonna let you just walk around with 6 reams of parchment at no weight.
No.
He's mobile Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah, because it's a combination of that and inks and some other things.
Yeah.
Whatnot. All right. Any other things to take care of?
Matt, would you have said that my blanket was retrievable from the mimics, or do you think that got pretty much torn up after we...
Oh, because yeah, you could use the blanket to carry the mimics, right?
Yeah, one of the spiked up ones, because I didn't really want to get killed.
Oh yeah, yeah. That would have wrecked that blanket with the spikes.
All right, I'll buy a new blanket
Integrity
too.
is gone.
Did we get any money as well as luggage? No money?
No, just the luggage.
Okay.
So with his luggage, is it like now like? This is a weird question. Is it like trained, like now, like hangs out with Calder, or like we were just given this, like no instructions, and then kicked out type of thing?
Yep,
Pretty much.
that's
Okay,
assuredly
cool.
what just happened.
Sweet. Just want to make sure that's the path.
I mean, it's sort of what I was expecting.
So yeah, ultimately, as you kind of walk away and give it, it kind of like gives a little bit of distance before it picks itself up on its many legs and be with many strange looks from everybody around, like. "Rah!"
All right, Calder, you have a pet. Just don't treat it like Obi's badger, because this thing.
How do you guys
Yeah, help us.
like the name Packard?
Ooh, I like that. Or Tootsies, because it has so many Tootsies.
You know, I'd like to forget how many feet it has, preferably.
I
Is
suppose
the
you
guy
could,
say this was a boy or
Ow.
girl? Luggage.
Personally, I'm in
I'm
agreement.
not checking for
Okay.
that.
Luggage is a great name already.
That's like if I called you Celestial.
Well, no, I mean, because this is the only thing like it. This is the first time he did this, right?
I
This
think
song
it
will
still
like
needs a name. That isn't just stating what it is.
well, I guess so far it bites you if it likes you. So call it Packard and see what happens.
That's a good test. I like that.
Can you understand me? I'd say like just face to mouth because I can't see if it has eyes. Does it have eyes?
No.
So yeah, I just talk at it. You
Kinda
understand
comes
me?
in, it begins to kind of go back and forth, and the lid goes up a little bit. You see all of its teeth inside the lid, and this tongue as it kind of goes.
Okay, so let's go yes or no questions. If yes, shake my left, your right side. So like go up and down on that side. If no, go up and down on your left, my right. So do you understand me?
Give me an animal handling check.
That's what I was worried about. Was Is it going to be Arcana or Animal Handling?
19.
Nice.
On the die. Flat.
Goes up
No
on the
other-
yes side.
Do you like the name Packard?
Negative.
What about Tootsie?
Ugh.
Dang. That's sweet.
How about Samsonite?
Sammy, Swanson?
Samsonite it is.
What about Samson for short? Or Sammy for short.
Sammy.
Mhm.
What about Chompy?
Sammy, you can bite him if you want. Just kidding. He might die.
I rolled
die, he'll die
28
immediately.
hits.
Oh God! Dies immediately.
Oh no. All right, yeah, that hits. How much damage?
That is 20 piercing.
So ours lets out a massive yelp as it's instantly bloodied.
Hang on. I intercept it. You can -2.
Oh, and a natural one for the second attack, so you're good to go.
Sammy, it was a joke, Samsonite.
Spits him out. Blah.
So ours is like bleeding profusely and shaking. And looks way terrible.
Apologies, ours. Suin. I'll heal you.
Watch out for Sammy, Sully.
For 10.
You heal ours?
Yeah, for 10.
Okay.
Well, we're off to a great start today, guys.
Okay, well, we know this ain't getting hold its own somewhat. So, Calder, can we start putting our stuff like in Sammy, like for it to carry? Maybe then it won't attack.
Do you think it needs to eat?
Yeah, see, Whisper knows what I'm talking about. She knows everything.
Oh, I thought you were talking about putting things into it. I'm just curious if it actually requires food. I'm
that's a good question.
concerned about its safety and well-being, not just the fact that it can carry stuff for us.
Sammy, are you able to kind of like hunt creatures smaller than you without getting hurt, or do we need to provide you with food? Do you eat?
Matt, Whisper would like to take a piece of dried jerky and sort of toss
Okay.
it towards him.
Okay, she showed you that, and it does open its mouth, swallows, and
And now we have to train it between food and treasure.
How are we supposed to put stuff in it? How are we supposed to
It's
put
gonna be
stuff in
fun.
him? Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
as you
try
say
to-
that, it opens up. It goes, "Woo," and its legs go in. Its teeth retract into the case, and the tongue kind of folds along the back, and it looks like a little.
Okay, I guess we
Oh,
just
that's
gotta
nice.
ask. That's fine. That works. Maybe, if we're lucky, like, we can ask him to be like, hey, scoop that up and put it away, please. You know, his tongue seems to do a whole lot, so... Maybe it's like a
Are you
prehensile
hoping
tail.
yeah, Sammy auto loots for us? Is that what you're hoping?
Maybe.
Okay.
That'd be great. All right, Sammy. Follow us. Do we need an hour? Do we want to wait? Because like it'd be great if I could heal ours a little bit more, and then I could like refresh.
Yeah, ours is still visibly frowning.
Let's take an hour. Is everybody cool with that?
Might as well.
Suin. Let's I heal you again for 12.
So ours kind of like gives Calder the side eye as he's healing him. Like,
I didn't think he would actually listen to me, ours. I apologize profusely.
It's okay. I don't blame you for not thinking. You never do.
All right. So now that the standard is there, I take my apology back.
Yeah, Alaric spends that hour learning or learning half of a spell. He didn't. There's not enough time to learn the whole thing.
I forgot you can break it up.
I gotta go throw my stuff away. I'll be right back.
All right. So, what's the plan this time? Are which pathway do we want to go down? Or are we going back down the old one?
Well, if I remember, we have a bit of a riddle to try and solve, and that starts near the mapstone in the city, right? And so, if we're going back to the city to then try and locate that treasure based on the riddle, then we know one way there. If we venture off of the known path, then it could take longer, it could take shorter, it could not take us there at all.
Remind me what the riddle was again.
Oh, yes, it was quite long. I bet Celicus knows it by heart. I have it if you want me to read it, but
Knows what?
okay.
The riddle.
Oh, the riddle? Hang on.
Keeper of lore.
Okay. Beneath the stone where whispers creep through winding paths and caverns deep, where flames are bright, yet shadows grow, the blossom rests with scales below. Seek the hall where embers gleam and crowns of pride guard stolen dreams. The serpent rules its prize held tight in cunning claws beneath dim light.
I'm back, by the way.
As Seleucus recanted the poem to us, I had a thought, and I didn't know if this was a thing in Exandria. Have I ever heard of like coins, like gold coins, referred to as crowns?
Yeah,
Okay.
especially in Drudelian Empire.
Okay. I will just kind of mention that thought out loud. I mean, it really does seem to me like what we're looking for is part of a dragon's hoard, which is going to be really ironic if we were right there and didn't pick it up. But it's possibly a different dragon or some kind of scaled serpent.
Well, the riddle says, "Seek the hall where embers gleam," and all it had was the acid, really, and
Not water.
yeah, it's not water, like because everyone would know that,
Right.
but yeah, so I think it is another dragon horde because when we talked to that dragon and when we talked to that dragon about Grimshield, that dragon said Grimshield betrayed them, meaning that there's at least one more.
Right. And I guess since we're going back to the city, back to the mapstone, is now a good time to decide what to do if we meet back up with Grimshield? If
I had that same concern. Like, I'm sure we'd have to be able to tell Grimshield like what we're doing.
What was the last thing we told Grimshield? That like, if we come back, we would discuss whether or not we would hunt for them
to kill the black dragon.
right, what if
It wasn't the Black Dragon.
I thought it was to kill Belaril
Yeah,
and his
I said
Oh. That was right.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
capital murder was what you were.
Yeah.
potentially-
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
100%. I mean,
I was going to say that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
but
Well, there
we
was
did
some discussion about it.
we did say to Grimshield that we would come back and like if we ran into them that we would ask permission. I'm sure they'll find us, but ask, and then if I think we're gonna have to explain like what we're doing and make sure we get okay because I didn't see what you guys saw, but that thing that Grimshield doesn't.
Yeah, we basically had to decide if we were going to become the immediate murder professionals.
Perhaps that's not the only thing we could offer to Grimshield. What if they had other treasure stolen for them, or they had other things that only smaller folk could get to that they needed access to, or
They have all the kobolds. All
they
of
do.
them.
I mean, you say that like kobolds are super skilled at doing a lot of things.
I've
I
known
entertained them with
plenty of
puppets.
skilled kobolds.
Okay, well, these particular ones I entertained with puppets.
Hey, you're really good at that. What are you talking? I was
am.
entertained
That's
by
true. It's really, really true. You're right. You know what? These kobolds were probably really smart.
that. Like, there's probably a couple. Like, it probably varies, just like it does amongst us. Like, Alaric is clearly the most studied. Like, he knows a lot of stuff, but you're like, you have better. You process like morality better than most of us. Obi's, thoughtful sometimes. He thinks.
He has the occasional thought. Yes.
It's also possible that it actually likes kobolds more than humanoids that aren't kobolds, so maybe it doesn't want to risk its kobolds.
True.
Are kobolds officially Draconoids, or do we have to wait for the 2024 manual to come out? They're this close to being true dragons.
This close
Drag-
to the
dragons.
pre-order triggers.
Or
Oh, they're everywhere, just waiting.
No, they're considered dragons.
I think Dragonborns should totally.
Thank you for that image, Luke.
Because it will be soon enough.
So we could go back down that. Oh, because the thing was, we were trying to find. We asked that one question of them until we were trying to find that, and that's down that same pathway. That's right. So I was like, we got two other pathways we could go down. We know that if we smell sulfur, we got 6 seconds to get the fuck out of there. But there's still a third path that, like, I think that was like the path most traveled, so it was the easiest. So yeah, I guess we could just risk our lives again. We've got Samsonite now to carry stuff, so it should be a tad easier.
And there is the thing that the other two paths to the left and right are probably more picked clean than the center path.
Yeah, so just like less potential for ours' favorite thing, gold.
I mean, it's up there.
All right, so
I am
You
curious.
guys feeling better?
Do you remember the room with the silver disc in it that had the 10 hallways that all converged there? I am curious to see if anything about that room has changed since we were there last. DM, I have a quick question about that disc. Was it, because it was hovering in the air, was it vertical or horizontal?
Which disc?
So there was this silver disc floating in the middle of this room, and 10 hallways all converged on this room, and and blue lines were carved into this disc, creating a diagram of planar alignment. And the energy was building up, and we used that to go north, and we took the northernmost hallway that led to the city itself.
This was in the center of the city, right?
I know we got there.
This was what has the diagram of the city on it, right? The one that had the diagram of the city streets.
Because I was just watching that episode. So we were in the chasm with the thin walkways, and we got across that.
Yes.
And then there was the door that had the bugs carving through it, and we opened that. And then there was a long hallway that had the bugs carving bricks into that, fake bricks and dwellings. But that hallway led to this room.
Yes. So it was more of like a city center area.
Oh,
Was what it was meant.
Okay.
And
That's where I misunderstood. I thought it was a hallway, not the city itself.
yeah.
Okay.
It felt like a hallway a little bit because of the way that the city streets are still being carved.
Gotcha.
So that's why it kind of has that.
No, it's 10 city streets that lead to this place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I understand now.
Cool. So did you have a question about the disc?
Yes, there was that disc in the middle, and I didn't know if the disc was like horizontal or if it was vertical.
It was horizontal. You look down on it.
Okay. Gotcha. And that's where we need to go to maybe learn more about what or where the clue was. Right, that was the city map. Because when Celicus asked for the closest piece to the city map, and that's the clue we got, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Conveniently enough, that's also where we're supposed to go to announce ourselves to Grimshale using her voice. And I point over to Xanatos.
That's right.
Yep.
So we got to decide what we're willing to agree to. Like, that's definitely something we should have down pat. That way, it's immediate answers. We don't want to be like fumbling.
Cool. Actually, has Bellaril been seen in camp? Because we've been back for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, that's true.
Has Willer's been seen in camp? He has not been.
Okay.
So that means they're probably still down there.
And at least one of them is dead. We found the corpse.
Sorry, I have one more question about the map, and then I'll stop asking about this. So when we got
we're recalibrating to
I
go back dungeoneering, so it's totally. I think it's very fair.
Okay, I'm still sorry though. That's just me. All right. So when we got the kobolds, they pointed out on the map where the Grandmaster Master was, and they also point out where Darius was, and Darius is the water that heals or kills. Was that where the black dragon was that we encountered? It's either the Darius or the Grandmaster. Okay, that's my question. Thank you.
The Black Dragon was off the map. We found. We were not even.
It was out of the ruins, right? It's
we went spelunking and found a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one might call it the Underdark.
I wasn't sure if it's Darius being water that heals or kills. That can be acid. That sounds like it. So.
Right.
In what world does acid heal?
I'm just going to throw this out here, though. A lot of dragon parts to that professor could be worth probably a lot of money.
Obi, did you forget what happened last time?
Yes, he killed the badger.
And nearly us
almost killed both of you at the same time.
I'm just.
In one attack, even.
We have luggage now. We'll send him in.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That doesn't help us from dying to him. Second question. Do we want to invite the abominations on this trek?
I wouldn't. I know ours doesn't want to make another cut for treasure, so.
If we're gonna fight the dragon, I don't know. Maybe splitting the cut is better than dying. Hard. It's kind of hard coming out of me.
Well, I think
I did not expect that from the Golden Boy.
This might be my assumption, but I don't think we have to fight the dragon unless we go back down towards its lair. Because if we stay within the city area, that's Grimshale's territory, right? The black dragon probably isn't going to come for us in another dragon's territory.
Yeah, that dragon was very specific about guarding its horde, so it's probably going to stay close to that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I was just throwing that out there, spitball. We don't actually have to go fight that dragon. I am not that dumb. I did almost die.
Just
do whatever you guys are willing to do. I think we survived enough together. I've seen what you guys are capable of. I have a degree of trust in you.
Oh, did we break that diamond up?
No, we still have that.
I couldn't remember. I thought
the intention was to do it. Or
did we? Oh, did we break it up into 300
we-
pieces?
300 gold
yeah.
diamonds
Yes.
for Revivify.
Yes.
I mean, I can't do it yet, but I'm really working on that how to bring back animals thing.
How to bring back what?
So if the badger dies or another animal dies, I can.
Obi, I heard you say cannibals. I was very confused.
No, I did not go that route yet.
I was like, is that like the vegan choice? You let them, and then you just bring them back?
Well, I got the spell. I learned it. I haven't mastered it enough yet.
I really like the idea that Orion only uses Revivify on animals.
I'm not so sure that's a
That'd
good
be
idea.
amazing.
We're having all the diamonds. Oh,
All right, hang on. So let me try and refocus you all, because
Yes.
I thought your
Yep.
next plan was to go after this
Bellarel.
the thing in the riddle.
Yes.
Or are you just going for treasure? I know, yes, if we find treasure, great, we'll take it. But
Exactly.
what is your core, like, what do you want to do?
The thinging in the riddle, treasure along the way.
So that's the goal.
And
If
with
we
that-
find treasure, then we find treasure. That right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do
So
we want to let Grimshell know that we're looking for that if we encounter them?
I don't think you do.
Okay, that's.
No.
I believe that's the safest play. I believe Whisper's right.
I say what we do with that is just say we're looking for treasure. Because that's still true. En route.
That to answer both Whisper and Calder's question about how we're gonna deal with it, I think if Grimshell asks us to do something in order to like give us like entrance into there, like maybe we see what Grimshell offers us and we react off that rather than anticipate. And we just see what they want for us to do in order to have safe passage.
I did have another thought while we were discussing specifically this and the potential of hunting down Bellaril. I know that for some of you, like, killing Bellaril is the preferred thing, but every time we do something down there, somehow everybody in camp finds out about it. Because I mean, we were back for 2 weeks and we reported our findings, not all of it, but we reported our findings to the League, and suddenly 30 people took the center path, or 60 people.
Very true. And I only offered for us to kill Bellaril, one, because I want to, but also because I thought we would get like more information about this riddle, about those items from Grimshell, but we can skip over that entirely with Grimshell.
Is that the only reason you wanted to kill him?
No, I never said that was the only reason. I said I do want to kill him, but an added bonus was that Grimshell would have given us stuff with it. Like, if we encounter Bellaril, then then that's my deal, not you guys. But
Wait,
I just
Xanatos,
thought we'd get two
why
for
do
one.
you want to kill him? Like, he's been chasing me for years for reasons, but I just try to avoid him. Like, he's kind of like let me go a time or two, but like he has more recently been like, I gotta get you. So like, I don't want to be near him because hey, he might get lucky and might get me.
I think this is a conversation best for another time. But I will say that he's chasing you because he believes you to be a monster. Bellaril has made you a monster.
No, look at me.
Yeah, about that, Calder. On more than one occasion, I've seen you sprout fur, and I'm pretty sure that is not a normal human thing.
You mean my luscious locks?
No, I really do mean fur. Like, as if you're some kind of tabaxi.
What's a
I do have to
tabaxi?
I do have to say, Cal, your haircut looks awesome, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I did freshen up, We had some time.
I don't blame you.
Ars starts playing with his hair a little bit. He's looking up as he mentions it.
I like Xanatos' idea. We see if we can, when we talk to Grimshale, we see if there is a service we can offer in order to gain passage through their territory. I think that is a good plan.
But do we have a hard line? That's what I want to know. Like, is there something that like we're just not gonna do?
I would like to refrain from being the aggressors and killing another adventuring party.
I agree.
If they attack us, I will
Oh, if they take
defend
us first,
with you.
totally.
No, that's
defend
different. That's self-defense.
Self-defense.
But
But
I
like,
mean,
are we gonna
Good.
agree to, like, hey, go hunt this guy down? Because like we don't run across him. Like I don't want to spend my time hunting Bellaril just for the sake of Grimshale. Like if we come across him and he attacks us, sure, I'll defend myself as I always have. But I don't want our sole ability to get past Grimshale's territory be, hey, go find Bellaril, because he may be gone. He might have been eaten by something, and then we'd be stuck hunting him indefinitely.
That's a fair
I mean,
point.
we could be hunting him while actually searching for just treasure.
Yeah, but then if we come back, what if not finding him is not an acceptable answer? Like, oh, we didn't find him.
That's a future Alaric problem.
It's a future all of us problem.
Amazing.
Okay, so the path we've already traveled sound great?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yes. Selka snorts out sparks. I haven't gotten
Okay, so what are you off to do?
heading back in and heading for the same path we went last time.
Okay.
Oh,
On the
great.
road
That's the
again.
big room.
All right, Samsonite, let's go.
His name's Sammy.
All right,
And
then you.
remember, watch out for that thing's parents.
That's right.
Yes.
I had like selectively heard that because I was terrified.
Indeed. Incidentally, as you're going, they say your representative pipes up and they go, "Oh, okay, yes, we did have this from the professor. The luggage is registered to you as veteran equipment. Fantastic. Have you named it?
Samsonite.
Samson. That's very
Sammy for short.
Sammy the luggage. Fantastic. Kind of noted. All right. And it will be noted to be searching things. And then you're able to continue as normal. Walking through, you from what you can tell, there's any like new or significant changes to the names from yesterday. Something like that. That's been a question. So we are going the regular path is what we're going. So first,
The Dragon Gaslighter path, so to speak.
yes, what you have forged. So, continuing, the path you came before. The hallway that leads up to what you've dubbed the Mimic Room. My beautiful showcase of self-sacrifice of Draconians. You can see much of the hallway is essentially the same. There's still the blood that ended in about the same path, so it doesn't seem like there's been more tiny mimics or anything like that. It seems it has you definitely dealt quite a blow in your expedition and delve yesterday, and now approaching the room itself, you still see the pillars. And noticeably less statues since of what you've done. Though enough to still hold the room up, it appears. Though, starting from the door, there's a slight slope, and it goes just above your knees of what seems to be loose sand.
I
would also say thinner, more like dust, I guess. It's as you like kind of even put your foot a little bit or test it, you kind of pass right through. It doesn't compact and hold any type of weight. It's like a solid that you can wade through.
All right. I would like to cast again Detect Evil and Good in case it's that thing that got released.
Okay.
It's within 30 feet.
This does not seem to be demonic dust.
Okay.
And that just is an aura that emanates from you, right? For the time that it goes on?
Correct, yeah, for 10 minutes.
I know this is going to sound really bad, but is that body still here? Or is that disappeared of that half woman?
That's still around.
All right.
How ripe is it? This
Just
hasn't
enough
been
to-
like.
I mean,
oh no, it's only been a day. That's right. That's right. We did a
oh,
day
but
trip.
yeah, it's
Did
alright.
we rest before?
We short rested.
Well,
Okay.
we long rested and then we short
We long
rested
rested
after.
and short rested today. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, short rest since you almost got killed by the
Yeah.
luggage.
The only reason I asked was I didn't know if the mimics decided to eat the corpse and use it to like reprocreate more.
Yeah, no, it does not seem to have been eaten.
Okay.
Guys. Sammy, if you eat enough, do you spit out like a baby version of you?
Uh,
Oh my god.
Okay.
Can I tell? I would like to inspect just the dust itself to see if it's perhaps more natural or more arcane in nature.
Certainly, kind of check.
I would
You're doing
like
that. This
to-
little it actually coughs. This little note comes up and lands and says, "All of Professor Ludwig's creations are spayed or neutered."
Alaric, I'll give you guidance.
Ooh, thank you.
And it's Dragon's Guidance, so it's a D4 plus 1.
Oh, nice.
I forgot I had Dragon's Guidance.
That's a 5. Hell yeah. Which I desperately needed, because that's a 15 total. Oh my goodness, that was a really bad roll.
Okay, so examine if I would say it's decidedly not magical. It appears to be very specifically, I would say like grounded up material. Something manually made this. Is what you're assuming.
Matt, would this be similar to the rubble that we sort of saw with Grimshale?
Oh, that kind of fell from the ceiling and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not in the sense that you think it would be Grimshire necessarily. It's not like that. Grimshire, it was more like rocks and stuff that would like hurt a lot more.
So I guess there's something else we need to watch out for. Whatever made this.
Yeah. At least in this room, I'm going to try and move through it quietly.
Okay. So we seek to move through it.
It's dark in here, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I will. I'll put a light on my shield. and I can take the lead.
Sounds good. And if everyone's moving through it, then I would need stealth checks with disadvantage, please.
At disadvantage, that's a 19.
Nice.
9.
17.
13.
Oh, damn it! I forgot to give the blessing of the trickster. Did anyone not roll yet?
Let me get this. So Xantos got what?
13, 1-3.
Okay, Salicus. Well, you are muted.
12.
Okay. And Whisper.
17.
Nice. And ours.
9.
Okay. Alaric.
19.
19. And Orion and Calder.
17.
9.
Okay. Very cool. Slowly travel through the room. And you can sometimes see within this gathered dust like slight vibrations. But an area and then stops, and then in another one, and never in more than one area at the same time. However, you get to the other side of the room without attracting any attention.
Nice.
I will push the door open.
Okay, so... All right. And in your moving forward, you can see remnants of fires, campfires, places where you see a little bit of refuse, leftover wraps, from like wax paper, essentially, parchment paper of rations of at least a few groups who may have made it past the room. And go on here.
Can I see, like, do a survival check or something to see, like, how long it's been since, like, the last group has been there?
Yeah, I could do a survival check.
$15.
All right. So the most recent group moved through here 4 days ago.
I'll take the lead. Keep an eye out. Start progressing forward.
Absolutely.
I just had one quick question about that room. When we were last here, there was so there were 5 hallways, and there was an X over the first and an X over the third. Has that changed? Are there more?
No.
Okay. Then we take the 5th one like we did last time.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, did we write our name before we entered again?
You can tell me if you did or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. Perfect. In that case, as you enter the hallway here, within around about halfway, you now see there is what appears to be a stone altar within that is carved into the wall and looks has been, from what you can tell, newly or carved versus the others. Things here, as if some stuff was even undone. And upon it, on the carving of the flat part of the altar, almost like a table, there's stones, stalagmite spikes that rise up. And there are 6 humanoid heads that have been placed there. Flesh and the blood has run down.
What in the...
How lovely.
What sort of heads are they?
So, specifically, I've got a male and female elf, a tabaxi, a tiefling, and then 3 human.
Ours covers his mouth and looks at this in horror.
So, is this in that room where all the items were with the sarcophagi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. As you look around now, because there's a little bit of... As you step, you realize it's a little slippery and there's blood beneath that is slightly dampish. On the ground, and above, you're quite sure that was not there before, are draconian statues that look like they're holding on to the top of the ceiling here. Blades out and stained red with blood. 3 of them.
Oh.
And they seem to be still at the moment.
Are these the same ones that the first time we came down here they were statues just standing there with the swords in hand?
They were holding treasure.
Someone holding treasure, yeah.
And we left them alone.
And then we found the tabaxi on the way back filled with the beetles. Or this. Oh. Man, I'm so glad I didn't push that button.
Yeah, you freaking grab it. That's what happened.
Remember how I said there were usually curses on sarcophagi? I don't think I thought of stone statues coming alive to chop your heads off. But
Or beetles feasting on you while you're still alive.
Atrocious.
well, I think that's a given for most burial areas. Anything involving mummification.
Is this by chance like the same group that, like, from like the group that was 4 days ahead? Is this that same group? Like, am I able to determine that, or like?
You wouldn't be able to necessarily know, like, at this point.
All right. So don't touch any of this stuff.
Right.
And go to the little platform.
I do have an interesting question, though. Are the belongings of any of the humanoids still here? Like their backpacks, anything like that?
Thinking about that, you start to kind of have your eyes open, and you start to see what appears to be what you take for belongings that have been placed in like some hands and where the treasures and things would be along the hallway now.
This room keeps what it kills. All right, let's go.
All right.
Matt, as we're making our way through, Whisper would like to place 10 gold on the altar
Okay.
as she goes by.
Ars puzzles over this. I mean, like, why would you give away gold? Because he doesn't understand her way of thinking. Just kind of looks up at her a little bit sideways. Doesn't say anything, though.
Very cool. And as you proceed here. Here we go. You set that you put on the altar, and as you are going down in front of you, one of the statues at Soldown's arms shoots out in front of you, Whisper. And you see what appears to be a doorknob made out of diamond.
So based on the gesture, I'm going to assume it's offering to me. Because I like assuming things, and I'm going to reach for it.
Okay, you take it. The hand retracts. This is 100 gold piece diamond doorknob.
Man, talk about trading up.
Wow.
All right.
All right. Then proceeding, you exit this mausoleum hallway and come to the windy, platformy space.
Okay. I have a solution for that this time. It was something I've been working on. This is 70 feet across, 80 feet across?
It is 80.
Okay. We'll need some of us to tie two of our ropes together so that it can reach all the way across.
Well, I made sure to bring plenty of rope and a climber's kit, so we're good with that.
I just want to try.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to try one thing really quick, just to see if this is a. And I'm going to reach into the flour bucket, and I'm going to throw some out, and I'm trying to see if there's like a platform that's invisible, and we're trying to go across the only thing we see. And like, yeah.
All right, you push it out. And 10 feet in the space above you, the flower lands. Do 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 do. And with a 10-foot jump, you do see that some of it seems to have landed and sits there. Empty space.
Like, so it's like 10 feet up.
10 feet across.
Oh,
10 feet away. Like there's a hole now.
all right.
So, not now, but it would be a 10-foot leap.
Okay. I think we still need to use your planal arc, but I think we might have some footholds on the way now.
Yeah. I take out the bags of colored sand that I was going to use on the mimics, and I hand them over to Orion. Well done. If you want to throw those into more random spaces, try and find more invisible ledges, I say go for it.
All right. And I'm going to open up one of the bags of sand that he gave me, and I'm going to probably just try to like overthrow a little bit so that it goes
okay.
Further out now.
Let's do an athletics check.
All right.
See, ours, I told you my brother wasn't crazy.
Not all the time. Ooh, 12.
Okay. 12. You're able to get like 5 more feet past this, where you do see it looks like it is about a 4-foot wide, so a lot thicker path than the other way. But it does look like it does sort of like curve around a little bit. You see, you can pick up it. It might go where you want it to go, but it just might not go that way straight away.
Got it. So it's kind of like a winding path.
Calder, you have the gloves. Why don't you throw it like so that way we can see exactly how far? Like,
I mean, Obi didn't ask me to. He's his own man. I let him do what he wants.
I thought he was taking a bathroom break, but I mean, here I'll hand you another bag. I'll hand you the other bag of sand that Alara gave me. I got a bucket of flour, so you.
There were 3. I handed you 3 bags of sand.
Or I'll hand 2 to Calder, and I got the bucket of flour.
And where do you want me to throw it?
I'm going to give you some guidance. I'm going to point. See where I threw it. Try to go in that general direction a little bit further so we can see which way the path goes.
How far did it get out when Obi threw it?
It took 10 feet, and then right now another 15 is kind of revealed.
Wait, does nobody have like the hand, like that magic hand thing? Like...
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well,
I've been working on it, but I haven't perfected it.
I'm a cleric. This ain't my thing.
Yeah, I'll use Mage Hand. And we'll do it that way.
Magic hands.
This is what happens when Calder goes on bathroom breaks.
So Xander does. I'll hand you the bucket for their hand.
Too
Have
heavy
the
for
bucket.
the hand.
Oh, is the hand?
What? It's like 1 pound or something.
10.
10 pounds. Sorry.
Oh, the bucket's not that much. It's like I bought like a pound of flour.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, so he could take the bucket
Yeah,
out, put it
but
down on the thing, and then
Oh, okay. I guess you could do it like that. I was like, it doesn't have a way to tilt the bucket then. It would hold it.
oh no, it puts the bucket because you know what? Here's the thing: if the bucket falls down through that path, we also know it's bullshit.
Ooh.
So here's the thing with the Mage Hand. Like, it only goes 30 feet, and we already see like 25. So, like, it's just gonna go 5
So
more.
we're only 15 out.
There's a 10-foot gap, and then it's 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
I can do
place
like when
the-
we get closer, but
do me a favor. Place the bucket there before I jump. Because
Okay,
I just point at the. I don't point at the ring because it's underneath my gloves, but that ring I got. I point at where the ring is, but you can't see it.
yeah,
So just
I do.
Put the bucket there. Make sure that it's like Obi said. Make sure it's actually not just an illusion of the sand being there. Before I jump across and.
Okay, yeah. So about like ding, ding, ding. It is at least holds 1 pound of weight.
Well, wish me luck, and I cast jump on myself through the ring and jump across.
Very good. So you, as you land safely.
All right. So now I'm gonna pick up the bucket and just start dusting in front of me, trying to, like slowly walking where there's already. Well, get to the point where there's no more sand or dust, and then at that point just reach out in front of me and dust and see if it.
Okay. Very good. You begin to throw out the dust here and there. Trying to find it. You do see it beginning to curve here. So, as you continue to follow.
Orion, I just had an idea. If you jump the 10 feet onto that platform and then reach down and touch it, and cast light on it, would it light up the whole path?
I don't know, but I could try it. And then I'll turn around, and then I'll run in. I'll go jump out.
Okay.
It's 10 feet, so I don't
So
need...
you're doing it raw, unassisted. So I want you to athletics check.
All right.
What's the regular long jump thing?
Yeah, a long
Jesus
jump
Christ.
is
Correct.
Basically.
However, if there's danger, the
Oh,
GM
yeah,
may
yeah.
call for an athletics
Oh.
check.
No, I just want to make sure that Obi can even make it in the first.
Oh yeah, he can make it with a run. Yeah, definitely.
15.
Okay, a 15. Whew, as you land safely.
All right. I will, since I'm always doing it on my shield, I'm going to put my hands down on it. I'm going to say a light that never goes out, and I'm going to cast light and see if that illuminates the floor.
Okay. Okay. So, ooh, lights. Do again, as the light shines and some of the dust rises and the flower rises and the sand kind of moves, it just hits upon what looks like an outline of a stone arch and a door.
Is this a new path?
It
like
leads to a secret hidden door. That's so cool.
So wait, who needs help? Oh. Why did?
Ours is smiling.
This is like
I bet
the
there's money
budget
there.
of side quests. Like we get sidetracked so easily. I'm for it, but
I bet there's money behind that door.
There's no way another group found this ahead of us.
All right. So we got a gap now of me and Cal on the platform, and it's 10 feet back to the other area. Okay. I know he's not here for the moment, but what I'm going to do is, I'm assuming we've wasted pretty much most of the flour trying to do the path. So I'm going to take the bucket, tie my 50 feet of rope to it, and then I'm going to throw the bucket back to Xanatos to catch the other end of my the rope.
Well, Lars, you're gonna have to sit in the bucket.
And then Cal, because he's super strong, if me and Cal hold the rope nice and taut, and Xanatos holds it taut on the other end, or somebody who can bounce back and forth easier, that way everybody else can start crossing.
So ours visibly frowns again. At having to go and to do this and dangle over the abyss.
Oh.
Or am I imagining this wrong?
Could be worse. Could be raining.
Did anybody need help getting across?
Oh, actually, Cal, what if you went to the other side and held it? Because you can pop yourself back and forth by jumping.
Okay.
And then I'll hold the rope on this side.
Well, what if Calder was to just pick us up one at a time and jump over? Because he's got the strength and he has those cool shoes. He could do that, right?
I don't know if I can, because none of you weigh with the equipment. You guys don't weigh less than 140 pounds.
Hold on.
okay. So I'm trying to imagine like where you're trying to say, John. Like, are you like there's a rope like up and like people are gonna shimmy across it, or like?
Well, that's what I'm trying to kind of picture too. Maybe that's why I don't know if like still some of that other small platform is there, where like if me and Calder hold the rope up and Xanatos holds it up tight, people can hold the rope and walk the platform underneath. So they're not balancing too much.
Where are you trying? You're attaching the ends of the rope somewhere, or being out taut between two characters?
Being held taut between two characters. Because if I toss it back with a bucket, Xanatos can hold one end of the rope, me and Cal hold the other end, and then people can use it like as a way to keep themselves stable as they walk across using part of the platform.
Oh, you're talking about the whole thing. I thought you were talking about like the 10-foot gap. That's what I thought you were talking about.
I was to just get across that 10-foot gap to the platform we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was right.
Yeah.
I'm
With
just
the
gonna
rope
try
you
and-
have, I think you could. Because this might be the way I would envision it, and it would be too hard to figure this out. Would be to be able to make essentially like a good knot around the rope that goes across, and then a tying around the person who's jumping.
Yeah,
and then they kind of make the thing.
Oh, I mean, we could do that too.
That would just be a safety.
Yeah.
Here.
Alark will do that to get across.
I like to give doubt when I feel something that people would look at and go, "Oh, we could probably do this." Like if you saw it, because it's like,
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you put a foot in the bucket if you want to, Laura can use that as like a thing as you go.
It's pretty good. I'll trip on it and fall. So I'll just with that using rope and the line, I'll get across that, or attempt to get across that 10-foot gap.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll go ahead and do athletic checks with advantage, and failure will be a level of exhaustion.
Oh,
as
is
you
that all?
smack really hard into the thing. So, as opposed to falling to your doom. That's what this prevents. So that does give you advantage.
Okay. Yeah, at advantage, that's a 17.
You make it across. Oh wow.
Okay. So, ours seeing Alaric successfully do this gets up just a little bit more confidence. It's like, okay, I can do this. And he attempts to get over, same as Alaric, hoping not to plummet to his death.
All right. Athletics with advantage.
All right. Wow. Ours has advantage on an athletics check for once. I never thought I'd see the day. Oh, that's a bad first roll. Oh, that's a good second roll. That's a 17.
Okay, you make it over perfectly.
He breathes a sigh of relief.
Whisper will try to. Uh, 17.
Good to go.
Celicus, you coming?
Yeah. I think I have enough strength just to make the jump. As is.
It's still a check.
Okay.
Yeah. Take the advantage. Never know what happened on the roll.
Athletics, correct?
Yes.
21.
Yes. Very good.
Cool. And then I got a 22. And with me being the last person, I also want to like start kicking the colored sand and flour off of the path. That way, like, it's not going to be seen once the light goes out. Because I don't want like people behind us to see it, if that makes sense.
Oh, and that's 10 feet away. So ours sees Xanatos doing this, and hope maybe a little bit more effectively, he's going to start whispering celestial words and using prestidigitation to continuously clean off the flour, to erase their.
Man, I haven't done one of these in ages. Oh, we remember that time where we had to get the palm fronds and we were like erasing our tracks in the snow?
Yep.
with palm fronds? Snow?
I said what I said.
It was a weird day.
If it wasn't for the coconut husks, we would never have gotten caught anyway.
You guys sound like you have very interesting lives.
The life of a pirate. Well, hey, Alaric. It's a secret door.
It is the secret door. I'm so excited.
You know, if people were on average as dumb as Obi and I, they find a lot more shit.
It just goes to show that trying to make something foolproof does not ever account for the fools.
I really didn't think you guys would ever find this. I
It was
thought
a great
nope,
idea.
never.
Whisper,
See you right
respectfully, what dumbass tries to light up the floor?
All right. So you make your way now to where the dust is settled a little bit on the door. There is enough here that you can see that there is bits of writing that the dust has kind of revealed on the door's surface.
Can we decipher what kind of writing it is?
Yeah, what's it say?
Or language?
Or for the visual, how do you want to reveal the writing?
With the little last of the colored sand Alaric had given us, I will take it out and I'm going to start blowing it along the edges so that it starts to kind of like fill it in a little bit. And then I'll step back so that now that the path we should be across, right?
Obi is Cybertruck headlighting it with snow.
And then I will illuminate my shield once again to allow everyone to see the writing.
What color is your light?
It is actually just a like daylight, but it's not anything. But it's not actual daylight.
Obi, why don't you just use light on the door? Then the sand will like be solid in.
Put my hands on the door. It's become my favorite spell in just like 10 minutes.
All right. So this is in Draconic.
What's it say in Draconic?
Yeah.
Celica, you're up.
And
What
Xanatos,
does it
I
say
think,
in
too, right?
Draconic?
Because I think Xanatos has that now too, right?
Heck yeah, he does.
I
He
forgot.
doesn't know he has it, but he has it.
All right. So it was very fun. So Celicus, you read this. Xanatos, as you hear it in a voice that's not your own.
Do I recognize the voice?
No.
Okay.
As follows. You've proven few. You have followed my clues and proven yourselves to the dark. Now, as you stay within shadow and refuse the light, claim what you need from within. You are on your own. Forge the path that leads to the city's glory, regardless of what the light feels.
Xandos will be like looking around and like trying to like. Does he know it's like in his head? Is it like that type of voice, or is it just like he like hears it somewhere?
I think you'd understand it's with. I mean, it might
Okay.
take you a second because
Okay.
it's weird when you like look and you go, "Wait, it's not louder over here. It's not louder over here."
Okay,
But then I think you catch on to what's going on.
got it. Cool.
Orion, I think your new favorite spell might hinder us from here on out. But at the same time, I won't be able to see without it. So,
Oh. I know Cal can see in the dark.
Sure can.
Zalicus and I can do so as well, though perhaps not with the same efficacy.
Oh. We'll do what we have to then. And we'll dim the light.
I think we should all
I
just.
still keep forgetting that I can do the same thing Calder can do.
Oh, I'm
Am I
sorry.
here?
You're just kind of a new addition. We're still kind of getting used to you a little bit. We don't know your full breadth of your abilities just yet.
We've talked about it before. Since I've been with you guys, Kelder and I both said we can see in the dark.
Yeah,
Maybe you only heard his voice because I
Maybe.
didn't wait to say it till after him and then take credit for it or something.
You know, I think it's just that I speak in a not a whisper.
Oh.
Oh, because her name is Whisper.
I gotcha.
Now,
I'm sure you see much better in the dark than I do.
listen, it's going to be a team effort. We got this far with a bucket of flour, a light spell. So we got to take turns and finding out what's behind the secret door.
I think we should all stick close together. For those of us that can't see in the dark.
Xandos wants to like get in the middle and like put his hands like on like the person in front of him, like, okay, I think like this is the way to do it. And he's legit gotta just close his eyes and like trust the person in front of him to like go hardcore into this riddle, I guess you call it.
All right. Well, who wants to take the lead? Because I can't see anything.
Sure. I can just jump back if danger shows up, so.
What? I'm leading. What is that even a question? You literally just said you can jump. I can just take the hit. It's fine. I'll go first. That doesn't make sense for you to have to jump
Okay,
back.
go first.
All right. I'm just thinking of your safety. What do you mean? You're just like, oh, if there's danger, I'll jump back.
Just
No.
go!
I go. I'm going.
As Keller walks, I'll lean over to whisper, "Welcome to my life. I've been dealing with this since birth."
You were going first, though, right?
Yeah, because he wouldn't leave. So I was like, "Fine, I'll go."
Okay, so Calder's going first. So we're determined.
And the light is out, so I'm blind, and anyone else who has no dark vision, we're blind.
Yeah.
Ours is going to hold Alaric's hand.
Okay, so as the light goes out, Calder, you see the door noiselessly opens.
Love to see it.
Ours is then going to channel the magic from Whisper's Sunburst Bracer. He whispers beneath his breath and generates semi-invisible magical armor for himself in preparation for any unexpected fight.
Okay. Very good. So, in that case, within utter darkness, Calder, you can see that there are series of steps that you begin. Now, that's what you see as if it is bright light, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes, if it's normal light.
perfect. Then you begin walking down. The steps are simple and plain and bring you and the group down into what appears to be a 10-foot radius room. The ceiling here is domed. And you see beautifully carved and images of dragons inlaid with onyx and black crystals that depict these fluid and shadowy draconic forms. On opposite is a arched opening that you can continue through, unless there's something in here you wanted to do. Or you or Whisper or anybody, but Whisper can see as well.
There was no new verbiage or anything on the walls.
No other words.
So did anybody make out what that door meant? Like, are we just supposed to, like, in that one play, like, we go in for the one thing and don't touch anything else? With the monkey, Abu.
The story from Marquette.
Yeah, that play.
Well, it just said claim what you need from within and you're on your own.
And what was the thing we were looking for again?
Well, this is a new path. We're not exactly sure what we're going to find, but it says that apparently the city's glory is...
No, but what was the thing we were actually looking for? A mask?
Right. No, we were looking for one of 12 pieces to put together to unlock the door that has the masks in it.
So
Got it.
It said that we would be on our own. That's kind of a strange thing to say to me. Does that imply that it might try and separate us?
Maybe,
I suppose that's possible.
but
Either way, I don't think we should go into the light. It said
Right.
forge a path that leads to the city's glory, regardless of what the light feels.
yeah, avoiding the light sounds like what it wants us to do.
All right. Off we go.
Can we get that in writing, like what the door said? Exactly.
If I hadn't improv'd it, that'd be great.
I wrote it all down. I can
Thank
post
you.
it.
Great improv.
You can when you go back next week and watch it.
Scotto's like, oh, I know what the feeling of the inscription was. I was going to write it note, but I didn't write an inscription. 'Cause I didn't think they'd randomly find it.
Like,
Sorry about that.
yeah, we skipped the quest giver portion of this.
Yeah,
He was also like, "Be warned, you'll die in there."
It's in the mid-game chat on Discord.
I saw.
Excellent. So, sorry, we walking through then?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that what we
going.
said?
I'm
Thank you.
going.
Sorry. Pushing deeper now to the next room. You come across what appears to be a combination bar and training ring. The center is lined with white stone for a circle, and there is a purple circle and a red circle contained within, and there's even markings as though on the ground here of what appears to be blade marks. This is another circular room, and around the edges there is a wood bar with seating, like essentially bar stools. There are casks that line this room as well. None of them have been... oh my gosh.
Tapped?
Thank you, tapped.
I can't investigate. I can't see anything.
Nope. This is Whisper and Cowan.
Yeah. I would say Whisper will.
And you can describe things.
See? Especially to Celica, since he does. Is there, I don't know, do you have any secret organizations or something that did fighting?
You Eye of the Tiger. It's time for our training montage.
Would I know of any secret organizations? I personally do not think so, unless they were religious.
Yeah, I would say between what we've talked about with Celicus, no, necessarily. They've explained a lot of it. They haven't been explaining this. Okay, with that, then I'll allow a history check since you're getting a lot of these details.
I mean, I will say I can see it too, so I have dark vision too. But,
Well,
Yeah, but it's pitch black.
Well, dark vision would usually function in pitch black. However, this is in fact magical darkness.
aha.
Can I provide Celicus with guidance? Because it does not say I have to see them. It just says I have to touch them.
Absolutely.
All right, Selkis, you get a D4 plus 1.
And these are
It
considered runes of
probably
20. I
won't
forget if some of
help.
you have bonuses with that, or if that was just the item. Because my brain's not quite.
Because I rolled 3.
Oof.
But we'll try anyway. What did you say your guidance is? Now?
It's a D4 plus 1.
D4 plus 1. So the most I could get is, well, it's 11 now.
11.
The highest I could get, actually. So
There. You are aware that being trained and going through the multiple paths Draconians went through, whether it was the mystic arts or other things, they were organizations that might select and seek out different people or certain people or those who might be recognized as talented. But you're not aware of any of their names or anything else. Only that was something, or how they specifically would operate. But you had heard of that. That it was always be on your guard. You don't know who's recruiting, quite literally, because no one knows who they are.
I'm not going to step into the circle, but beyond the 3 colors, is there anything else in the like the Nyx of Blades?
No. Just on the other opposite the room, there is another archway to move forward.
I start to walk that way and then look at Calder.
I try to talk to you in common sign language and see if you understand me. I try and mouth, like, are we being quiet to like you and I are sneaking over there? Or...
Sorry. The rest of you are just left in the dark.
Well, we're here now.
So I'll shrug at you like, want to?
before you guys do anything, though, could you lead me over to the bar, and I'll just like feel it with my hands.
Do you say that out loud, or is that Molly asking us?
Or
I mean,
Celicus
yeah.
would probably ask it in a way of like, is there like a flat surface with anything that might have writing or engraving?
I'll lead you to the bar. I don't have a knife on me, so I guess you could carve into the bar if you really wanted to. And then I sneak off with Whisper.
All right. Give me 1 sec. Here we are.
Ours is gonna stick close to Seleucus.
Perfect.
And now we done.
I'm sorry, y'all got into my room here.
We literally stumbled into it. Well, most of us.
And... gentlemen.
Who is Eminem?
He's a pretty famous bard. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him.
No, there's someone commenting. We're calling somebody Eminem. I don't know who.
Perfect.
In the real world, he's a famous rapper.
I know.
Oh.
It's possible there's something you don't know.
You lead them to the bar, and you see the two of you see a shadowy figure appear that stays shadowy. And they speak. We wish any who seek our past drink to our true name. And then they begin putting out drinks. A bottle of red wine, a cask of yellow mead, a jug of white milk, a pot of black coffee, and several empty drinking cups. Then they speak again. It's a drink more pure than water and more deadly than poison. When you finish your drink, it fills your cup, but you'll die if it's all you have to drink.
It's nothing. I think.
Are they saying this in common, like for everyone here?
Everyone will hear it in their native language.
Okay, got it.
All right. I think the answer is nothing.
Yeah, is there? So do we not drink anything? Like, because we can't see the cups, right? Like we can't see any of that.
Correct.
Okay.
Ars looks up at Seleucus expectantly, wondering if she was.
You. I'm in magical darkness.
Oh, you're in magical darkness. Okay, I missed that.
Ars, did you know that some water is actually acid?
Wow, we went like one or two sessions without anybody bringing that up. I thought the streak was going to continue, but I guess
Not as long as Mikey's in the group, man. Sorry.
So can I get the spiel again for the beverages?
Yes, please.
Is this like a Dr. Pepper moment? We just gotta mix them all.
A bottle of red wine, a cask of yellow mead, a jug of white milk, a pot of black coffee, and several empty drinking cups.
No, but the riddle that went with the drinks.
Oh. It's a drink more pure than water and more deadly than poison. When you finish your drink, it fills your cup, but you'll die if it's all you have to drink.
Ours, with somewhat uncharacteristic boldness, is going to take one of the empty drinking cups.
You can't see it. It's magical darkness.
Oh. Well, how would we know that they're there then?
If I see you reaching, I put a cup in your hand. Which one do you want, Ars?
Oh.
Wine, mead, coffee, or milk? I personally, I think you should take the milk just because so that way you can keep growing. But
Well, I think I'll keep growing if we just make it out of here.
True.
I don't think any of those fit the answer to the question or the riddle. I think the answer to the riddle is nothing. I think I should drink from an empty cup.
well, if you're certain, if you die, I'll try to bring you back.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Bottoms up, I guess.
I guess.
Okay.
So he sucks in a breath.
Yeah,
And
and the shadowy figure that ours does not see points to the center of the room.
The shadowy gentleman would like you to go to the center of the room. Yeah, I look back at this figment potentially of our imagination and be like, is it cool if I walk him there? He can't see.
Does not respond.
All right, I'm going to point you in the right direction, tell you how many steps to take. Just in
Okay.
case if I walk into the
You
ring.
can't see it. It's magical darkness. Pointing doesn't do anything.
No, I'm going to point him physically. Like, I'm just going to turn him.
ours kind of like
Hey, what?
uncomfortably
I'm
shifts.
going to do one of these. Be like, okay, take, 15 paces forward.
Okay.
However many.
It's not leading me to my execution, right?
I just
We have no
promised to
idea.
Try to save you. I don't know. That's where they pointed.
I hope this shade
You
or
took a drink, and that's what
whatever.
it said to do.
Did anybody else have a guess as to this drink riddle?
I agree. It's Golden Boy. It's nothing.
Yep.
Nothing fulfills all the things, correct. So maybe we mix all the drinks together. It's going to be vile.
I think they call it suicide.
And it will be suicide because that's not the answer. You got everything. It's the opposite of nothing.
Exactly. Like, what fills your cup whenever you're finished drinking? It's nothing. It's the only
Love.
possible answer. Well, I've been looking for love all of my life, and I still haven't found it at the bottom of a cup.
Does the shadow get impatient?
He's tapping on the bar, like,
All right.
Does the shadow
so-
read safety cards that say "Go faster"?
Okay, so
he just leaves.
ours goes to the center. Led them.
If I die
point.
here, guys, I want you to know. Whisper was my favorite.
She
I'm
can
gonna
call
say
your
her
name
off.
on the.
Okay, so ours, you walk in and directed to the center.
Okay, he trembles a little bit as he's doing this.
And they kind of, I'm assuming, so kind of stop, you're there.
Okay.
So you watch as ours stands. The two of you see.
Yeah, we do.
It's odd in that you can make out the outline of this creature. It's looks more like it's darkness concentrated. And since you can see through all the magical darkness, it is what is left of it. And it is a shape of a catamount in its body. shadowy mane. With what looks almost like a dark metal mask that has 5 eye sockets upon it. And it prowls down what appears to be black, wispy smoke from the ceiling down towards ours. It's 10 feet tall at the shoulder. It's a dark purr close to you, ours.
So ours stands perfectly still, but he gives out a little bit of a whimper. He sucks in a little bit with his breath.
Begins really close, right up against you, and you feel pure cold against your skin. And then it begins to prowl back up the smoke.
By Bahamut's Canaries, I think the kid was right. Or maybe
What happened?
no. Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to give you all the play-by-play.
Oh.
So I quickly give the
Disappeared.
play-by-play of what just came down and then crawled back up.
And I missed it when Matt was describing it. It was the shape of a what?
Catamount, like a large cat,
Oof.
like lion panther type of thing. It's the generic
But-
name for
but-
that type of body.
But 10 feet at the shoulder, so much bigger than either of those.
Alright. Did it point or tell us where to go next?
You doing okay, bud? You did good. You didn't flinch.
Big cat, I think. Scary. It smelt me.
I look back at the shadowy figment. Is he good? Can he rejoin us, or does he move on to the next trial?
It makes no response.
Ours just stays in the center, afraid to move away.
Does one of us have to get in the ring now?
What if we have to fight him?
I think we all have to drink the air.
Okay.
Well,
sure. Whisper
can you
said it.
just-
I
Sure,
drink
that's
nothing.
the right answer.
Okay.
As soon as Whisper says, "Oh, we have to all drink the air," I just immediately just.
As
Gulp
you
nothing.
do, the figure points again to the center.
Are you all drinking nothing like Whisper said?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, hand it to me.
Yep. Pass out shots of air. Xanatos, you don't have a handout. Are you drinking air with us?
All my favorite never foods.
All right. Everybody hold hands, and I lead us all. to the-
The scene plays again. The same thing you see as you feel that cold and hard face against your cheeks and chest, sniffing, especially near your mouth. And crawls back up once more.
I look back at the guy, finger guns, like, here we go.
And now, there is no gesture. The way forward's still an archway.
All right. Well, it looks like we got past one guardian. maybe now it's time for the training montage. If you would all please hold hands, Whisper and I will be escorting you through the archway to the next trial.
All right, lead on.
All right.
Ours, once again, is going to hold Alaric's hand because he can't see. Ours' hand, his skin is impossibly fair, like that of an angel's. And warm.
Clammy, even?
No? You'd think it would be.
So, as you come into the next room, here you can see sorry. There are a series of names carved into the wall, taking up roughly half the space of the domed room. The names are always in pairs, with one name that's inlaid, has been carved and then inlaid with amethyst. And the second name with crimson crystal.
Is it our names?
What language is it in?
So the lettering would be Draconic letters.
Okay.
Can the two
Shit.
people that can see read it?
Nope. So I just started describing the shape of the letters, baby. Celicus. Are you ready? I'm gonna just. So this one looks like
How
a.
high are they? Can they lead Celicus over to touch them? or-
Yeah, they could. Celicus could braille it over here.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like okay, so it's like a circle with like a stick going down on the right, but like it's
Oh,
touching. Then there's like a cross with like a V shape at the top.
Is there another of this room?
There is another archway out of this room. What's Celicus doing?
Calder, just shush. Let me feel the letters, please.
I don't think you're gonna be able to feel the letters. They're carved out and then inlaid, so it's flat.
I mean,
Maybe
there's
the texture is
texture.
different.
Oh, okay.
Texture of the crystal. You feel it. This is interesting. So you recognize them as names, and the first name you don't recognize. But the second one
You also don't recognize.
is one you do, which is Xantriel. And this member, he was one of the heads of the universities, specifically one researching how to it was most concerned with Draconians finding their true Draconic heritage. And it was fairly the reason why it kind of comes to your mind is because he had committed suicide.
I'm so sorry. My brother just very rudely interrupted. I missed all of that.
What was the last thing you heard?
You guys were trying to lead Celicus to be able to feel it out, and Calder was trying to describe the letters.
Okay, so you got to the names, and one they didn't recognize, one they recognized. Just it was a leader of a university who had committed suicide, who was researching how draconians can become more draconic.
Okay.
Whisper Cal, is there anything else in this room?
My question was what color is the name that she recognizes?
It's in crimson,
Crimson. Okay.
so it's the amethyst you don't know.
Sorry, John. What was your question?
My question was, is there anything else in this room other than just the names in the wall? Or is it just a full circle dome room with all the names are written on the wall?
So as you're looking at the other things here, there is another archway to exit. But other than that, there are these names. I would say as you're looking around, there is one pairing here that does not have any crystal within.
Celicus, this one is different. And I'll lead Celicus over.
Okie dokie.
These two names, the first one that would, by the pattern, you think would be amethyst, is the name Citrine. And the second name which we think would be filled in with crimson, is the name Helibrim.
Halibrum?
Yes.
Really? Really?
Nope, he just said that to get that reaction from you.
Okay.
So, that's right. Are you describing the names, Celicus?
Yes, I would be describing the names to everybody.
Okay. So that's what I didn't get. So when you said the first one,
yeah,
you suddenly see, but you're looking down at a draconian sleeping with his mouth open, and you're holding a thread from the ceiling that is weighted to be directly above their mouth, and you're dripping a black liquid into their open mouth. And then you flash back.
that was weird.
What happened? I didn't see anything.
Yep.
Strangely enough.
When I said Xantriel's name, I got a vision.
Who's
And
that?
I'll describe the vision, and I'm like, I mean, they said that Xantriel committed suicide, but what if he was poisoned instead?
It would well, I assume it would require a very skilled poison maker to make a poison that can't be detected after it's administered. I mean, that had to have been something they checked, as if this person had been poisoned, right?
I mean, people can take poison themselves. If it was ruled.
I guess if they staged it to look like they poisoned themselves, then
I don't know if you can poison yourself with a thread and somebody else above you dripping it into.
well, that's how it's administered. Then when you set the scene, you just leave the bottle next to the body. Anyway, that is weird that you saw the vision. Did that happen? What if you say the other names? Do you have more visions?
I don't know. I'll say the other names.
So you begin to, and they all have various similar. Since you've done a second one, I need a wisdom saving throw.
My bad.
Whoopsie daisy.
Okay.
I guess which one are you picking? Because it might be important if you're not going to get another.
All right, hang on. I'm a even to citrine the odds of Telebrum.
Oh, so these particularly don't react.
Oh, the other two?
Crystal within them.
Okay. All right, they didn't react then. So
Yes.
I
thought
don't
you just meant
need
like
to-
another pair of names. I'm like,
All right.
I think Whisper would recommend that she try an amethyst one.
I did have a question about the first amethyst one. Like, could they not understand what name was written on there? Were they not able to suss that out by touching it, or did they just not know who the name was?
they didn't know who that person was. They recognized the name of the person that was in the Crimson.
I was just wondering if they said the person's name even if they didn't know who it was, because we didn't get that name from the first amethyst set.
Correct. What the amethyst name?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That name would have been Krolos. So tell me what you're doing. Are you going to do another one, or are you going to?
I would probably do Krolos.
Well, sure, you did the two names, is what I was assuming.
Oh, I did?
You said this. Yeah.
So
are
the
you going to do
vision
it?
only happened when I said Xantriel's name.
It specifically you had to say both names together, which is what I
Okay.
thought occurred.
All right.
Oh.
So I would have said Krolos and Xantriel, this vision happens. If I said Citrine and Helibrum, nothing happens. So I would go to the next one.
Oh, that has different connotations in my mind all of a sudden.
Just a little.
Guess who killed who?
Right.
Correct. There we go. Sorry about that.
What are the two names after Krolos and Xantriel?
All right. Perfect. Sorry. So the next two here specifically Yeah. Is Tiberius and Varys.
Varys, you said for the second one?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he'd say them out loud. I was trying to gauge whether or not he would go through the rest of the names first, or if he would just say them, just to think if it would elect another vision.
Okay.
And he would.
So you say it. So give me my wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh, it's a natural 20 for 22.
Ooh. Okay. Very good. So you sense mental stress at this point. Coming in, and you're gonna breathe through it. And then you see yourself, because these two you don't entirely recognize, but you see yourself approaching what appears to be a student who is in their room studying. And quite simply, you come up behind them and suffocate them. And hold them until they go still.
Does he see the scale colors of the person he's suffocating and the hands?
They would, yes.
And
I mean, names are either going to be purple or red, so we know either way who killed who.
Correct. So the hands of the one you're occupying are red scaled.
Damn.
The one you are actually has pink scales.
Wait, what?
The one that
Is Celicus viewing it from the Strangleese
the one
perspective or the Stranglers?
the stranglers.
So the Stranglers' hands are pink or red?
Red.
Red, okay.
the one getting strangled is pink.
Yes.
Thank you. What about Krolos and Xantriel there, hey?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. We're starting down a trail here. I might need to know.
Do you mention the mental fatigue?
Yes, I do mention the mental fatigue that I feel like I'm getting the biggest migraine of my life.
Do you want one
it
of
is
us
a-
to say the names?
Assassin black, the assassin white.
So
All right.
Do you want one
So
of us
so
to
there's
try
not gonna be the I don't this could just keep going.
Yeah. I'm just going to go through the rest of the names. I'm not going to say them aloud yet.
Okay, you're just sort of taking it in. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So give me the rest of the names, please.
the whole wall?
The whole
200
How-
names.
There's 200 names. I didn't get that part. I did
No,
not
I was
get
making that up. I was just,
yeah.
it's half
a
the
lot.
room is filled with names.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some people. I feel like some players in this group have been polite and not done the safety tool. I don't want to make
Yeah.
them do a safety
I
tool.
didn't catch that part of how many names are on this wall. They would have described that they were amethyst and crimson names, and then specifically citrine and helibum being uncolored. Are there any more like uncolored names?
No.
Those were the only two uncolored.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna note that. Because I feel like that might be important. Alright. I have a feeling
So
that
Amethyst was the winner.
Yes.
yes.
Are there
That-
any paired names that like share a color? Like they like potentially there was a draw or something.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
he said the only name that was
specifically,
was the
always
one.
the one on the left is amethyst, and
Oh.
always the one on the right is crimson.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh.
And you see that one is not filled at all, like it was carved and not done.
Is there a single name listed there?
There's the two.
Oh, both of them are there. It's just not filled. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, citrine and Halibut.
Gotcha. I wonder why.
I wonder why.
So, what would you all like to do?
Is there another? I'm gonna ask Whisper and Calder if there's like another exit to this room.
Yeah, let's go. The field trip this way. This
Calder,
way,
I sort of feel
please.
like when we describe things, they don't listen.
Because writing down others.
All right, everybody, hold hands. You can't follow the leader. Just follow the tug.
Celicus, why are your hands so wet? You sweating over there?
Obi, you're holding my hand and Alaric's.
Oh.
How,
This
how
is
do you
the
not feel the
most
difference
handful.
between the hand? He has literal claws and scales.
All right.
It's the most hand holding I've done in years.
Within this next room, there are 6 statues here of draconians that you do not recognize, Selic. Well, damn it. You don't see them. There are 6 draconian statues here. They're done very stylistically. Before them, there is what appears to be a pillow that seems perfect for kneeling upon. And at about and there is a pillar, or really a pedestal next to each that bears a different item. Physical. One you see to be a bow. It seems to be carved from bones. The next is a ring, a band of iron, blackened. And the third is a keen-looking blade. The pommel is carved of what almost seems to be gold and bound. Fourth is a silver necklace that seems somewhat unremarkable, except for a single cerulean stone that rests between some of the stone's links. Sorry, the thing's links. And a shield in the shape of a silver disc, beautifully polished, except for a crack that runs along one edge. And finally, a hand-carved wooden compass with a single black needle.
See, guys, you just asked for custom-made artifacts, and they appear.
Are we? Is this the last room, or does it seem like
this is the
Okay.
last room?
Well, we can't see what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay, so here's the lowdown.
I mean,
describe
Whisper's
everything.
being very descriptive.
I describe everything, and so who wants to pray to what? And I describe the statues, and I'm like, do any of these statues look like they could be godlike representations? Is there any like iconography? Like, does one have thorns, perhaps, or another have like a smith hammer, or like these are like the draconian visions of like the other gods?
These don't seem to be like deific.
Okay,
They seem to be more personal.
potentially heroes.
Could be.
So I describe all the things, and so I'm like, we don't really have an archer, but I could see myself learning to stand further away from danger. But that blade is all. What kind of blade is it?
Oh.
Like one-handed, two-handed?
So I'll reveal the thing. It will it will form to whoever.
Oh, okay, cool.
It will be the blade that you want it to be ultimately. Just to
Sick.
meta.
So, unfortunately, there's only 6 spots for us to, you know. I think you got to pray to whoever this is. You got to kneel down, maybe provide some blood, potentially.
All right.
Y'all can choose to believe me or not.
Oh, he just did it. Well, we're going to find out if that was unnecessarily messy.
I'm lightheaded.
Oh, is that ours?
Oh no, that was me.
That was
It was
Orion who did it?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Orion cut ours, and
Okay. So Orion goes down in front of Rich 1.
So, does anybody have a preference? Like, I'm keen on a sword. You know, that's what I fight with. If nobody is gonna take the bow, I guess I could learn to use a bow.
Orion's doing it. Which one did he kneel in front of?
He can't see. I have to tell him where to go.
No, I was just joking because he said I gotta cut myself. So
See, Obi's all gung ho about it.
yeah, why not?
Are their faces expressionless?
Yeah, essentially.
And then the statues are just stylized. Nothing.
Yeah, I would say the faces, they're not so expressionless, but they do all have the same one, which seems to be, I would say, grim and serious.
I mean, if we're choosing, I'd suppose I'll go for the necklace.
I would choose possibly the shield.
If I'm getting one, I think the compass might be kind of interesting.
I'm kind of keen on the sword, but if like, I'm pretty sure I might be the only one that knows how to use a bow here. Well, I mean, Celicus knows how to use a bow, obviously. That's like.
What about?
And that's one weapon I can't actually summon, but I can also just like fire beams from the tips of my sword, so I don't normally use a bow.
It also depends on whether it's a short bow or a long bow, doesn't it? Isn't short bow simple, long bow?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
I mean, Xanatos, do you have a feeling toward the ring or the sword?
As a note, there's 7 of us, only 6 spaces.
Right.
Hmm.
Or whisper?
I guess also if I doubt these are gonna be like soul bonding items. We could always like shuffle them around if it's better off for somebody else. Like, there's no way that these actually are personalized growth items. Laura, can you identify them? Maybe before we go collecting
If
them,
I
you
could
can just
see
sit here
them, I
for an
could.
hour. Oh, fuck.
It requires my book
just
and
to
some
eliminate
study
that
and-
choice.
Sorry, Mikey?
Xanatos will take nothing just so that's done. So like that way, like we can.
So, Laura, can hockey see? Maybe if you could see through hockey? No? No?
All right. I'll go stand in front of the boat.
Really?
We don't know what it's going to do.
Okay. I mean, I guess. Like,
I mean, to be fair, if it's nothing we can, any of us use, we sell it, right?
I mean, you know, we don't need 4 people to stand at the front. I could just learn to stand at the back with, you know, like Ars and Alaric. And I could use the bow if you prefer.
The back is where you find the mimics.
Calder, just take the blade.
Okay.
I don't know how much more we can kick you toward it. And then Whisper, do you mind taking the ring?
Sure. I hope we're just collecting items here and not agreeing to some dark pact to murder people.
I mean,
We've been in this room full of things where people murder people.
Xanatos found an
I'll kneel
axe
in front
down
of the
here.
ring.
What's the worst that happens?
Kneeling in front of the necklace.
I wish I could
Railing
see.
in front of the blade.
Kneeling
I
in
put
front
you in
of
front
the
of the compass
shield.
because you said you wanted the compass.
Can someone get me to the compass? I can't.
Yep.
All right.
This
There
is
you go.
Whisper's chance to pull a switch.
I like point. I'm like,
You know, what's really funny is I did originally think about the compass, but I'm not gonna. I'll play fair.
Ours kind of takes a few steps in the direction that Calder directs him.
All right. So as you
Do you all not hear me?
what?
I hear you whisper.
I said I put you in front of the compass.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
There was acid when we fought a black dragon earlier. It was pretty
I
sweet.
did not say it louder. Okay, I just want to point that out.
Oh my goodness.
You whisper.
All right. So as you each kneel in front,
Ours is gonna kneel too.
yes. Well, as each the 6 of you minus Xanatos, the item falls towards you.
Past 4 of us.
Still waiting.
Into your
Hit you in the
hands.
forehead.
Oh,
Yeah. Ah! Ah! And they would come into contact. Thankfully, one who could see was in front of the sword.
Are we immediately compelled to murder one another?
No, don't fear anything. You have these items.
All right.
Whisper.
Well- Everybody got their thing?
Yeah.
I'm like holding the sword and I'm like looking for a sheath on my body that I never carry because I conjure weapon. Like, well, I guess I'm gonna hold this for now.
Ours is just gonna get up and he's going to stuff the compass into his leather pants pocket.
I mean, if we want to head back to where we can see, we can ask Alaric to take a little time to identify them.
Well, he has to be able to see, so we got to get out of here first. So we got to go back 2 rooms.
He literally just said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would say the other thing you do see now in this room is the creature from the other one just observing all of you.
The cat
Cool,
creature.
cool.
Yep. As you leave, you notice the next room has 12 more empty names. And we're in there for tonight.
All right.
Those you watching, thank you so much. And we'll see you next
Bobby's face.
week.